Today I'm going to show you an app within Schoology that is called Conferences, and it allows you to have virtual meetings with your students. Now it also has a recording function. So for your students that cannot access the internet, they can still see the recordings at a later date. So what you want to do is hop into your Schoology page, and you're going to come up to the top toolbar, and we're going to go to the App Center. That is the box that has the four little squares. I'm going to click on that and drop down here to the App Center button. The app that we're looking for again is called Conferences. We are in the App Center, Schoology. One thing that you can do is to scroll down here. Conferences is so we want to find conferences. You can Control F and type up here at the top. This will open up your search. There it is, Conferences. It opens up your search box so you can more easily find conferences. All right, we're going to click on the conference app, and we're going to install the app. So there's a button at the top right under the title. When you click on this, you'll have to agree. And you're going to install for me. There is add to the organization, but you won't be able to do that without being an admin. So install for me. You can now choose which courses you want to install this app. So check all of your corresponding courses and hit the install button. Now we're going to go back to one of our courses, and you'll find on the left-hand side menu, if you scroll down, you now have the Conferences app. Let's go ahead and open that up. And for conferences, you have two different tabs. You have the active and you have completed. Let's go back to the active because we want to set up a conference. Let's say you have a lesson that you want to teach your students and you need to set up that lesson. So let's do Monday lesson. And our start time will be today. And you can add an actual time if you'd like. We'll say 9 o'clock. And you can even add an end time if there was something you wanted the students to watch within a certain period of time. We're not going to do that today. So we're just going to have our start time and we'll do create. Now, in order to record or start your video conferencing, you'll just hit this button right here. If you need to edit it, just like any other thing in Schoology, you'll hit the gear icon. And you can also delete it. All right, so we'll start our conference and you can see the platform. We need to join with audio, so we're going to be using our normal microphone. And you want to allow that access to your computer. and it will do a test to make sure your audio is running.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
All right, a real quick tour. If you want to know more about this app, you can go to Schoology and take a look at their tutorial, but I'll just quickly go through. Here's the public chat. I'm sorry. Then at the bottom, this is where your students can talk to you, talk to each other, and it will show up in a chain in this window, just like other chat windows. There's a shared notes feature where all of your students that are online can record important information. And it is visible to you, so you can edit anything that is up there, or you can add your own notes as you are teaching. Under users, if you hit the gear icon, what you can do is set the audio or the microphones for everybody. Oftentimes with background and things going on during recordings, there's a lot of background noise. So I would mute all users except for the presenter. If you wanted to save who showed up, you can save the usernames and download that. You can lock viewers so they can't do certain things. And we'll come back to this, but you can create breakout rooms, which is really nice in a virtual platform if you want to send students to different groups. Think of it as grouping within your own classroom, and they can interact with each other in a smaller group setting, and you can see what they do within those groups, and then come back as a big group and talk about what they found out within their smaller breakout rooms. You also have closed captions, so that might be nice for students, especially who are not live. Sometimes it's just nice to have the audio at the bottom as well. All right, back to the users here. Once you have students in here, you'll see everybody's names listed. You can set status of all of the users, and that means they can give you feedback. Let's say you're talking about a certain topic. They can tell you, they can raise their hand if they have a question or they want to be called on if you ask them a question. They can give you a thumbs up if they understood, thumbs down if they didn't. And then you as a teacher can clear everybody's status once you've called on somebody and once you've gotten enough feedback. Okay, so now let's head over to the main screen. You can see once I navigate over here, I have a nice little highlighter pointer. That'll help your students see what you're doing. You can upload to, let me get rid of the notes here. You can upload at the bottom, there's a plus symbol, and those are your actions. So let's say you have a Google slideshow, a PowerPoint, a PDF, whatever you want to bring in here. I can't tell you exactly which format it allows, but this is how you can upload a presentation to the conferences app. You can poll your students. So you can create yes or no questions, multiple choice questions, true, false. You can make a custom poll as well, so that's something to look into. Add in your own information here and send that out to your students. All right, you have at the bottom all of your audio and video. So I'm not sharing my webcam, but you can do that within your lessons. So you can see the students and they can see you, and you can share your screen. I'll come back to that one in a second. At the very top of your screen, you can see the recording. So you can record your lesson for students that are unable to be there live with you. And that recording is available for 7 days on Schoology, and then it goes away. I'm not sure if you could do this, but you might be able to play your recording, and then record it within another app like Screencast-o-matic or Screencast-ify, and then put that into your YouTube channel, perhaps if you want it to stay a little bit longer. All right, let's jump over. You can see I'm at the bottom of my slide where it says select a slide, and I'm going to hit the advance arrow to give me a blank screen. What's really cool is you can have whiteboards for your students. So under the right hand side tools, there are a lot of tools. You go to the last one and you can turn on a multi-user whiteboard. So right now, if I am drawing with my pencil, I can write anything to my students. But let's say I give them a problem and I want them to write together, maybe in a breakout room. You can see as I hover my pencil over, my name shows up now. So they know that which student is actually writing which things. Okay, you have also your drawing tools, your texting, because it is hard to write with a mouse. And the texting tool, you've got to draw your text box and then you write within the text box itself. All right, then you can turn off your whiteboard multi-user. You can clear all the annotations. You can undo something. So there are a lot of features here that you can use within this app. You can make full screen, change your settings, your keyboard shortcuts, and this is where you'll end your meeting up here in this drop down 3-dot menu box. All right, the other thing I want to share with you before we go is that you can also send your students to a video. So if you go back down to share a video, you go to your add button at the bottom where it says actions. And the third option here is share an external video. So I can put in the URL. It can be a YouTube video, whatever platform, and then share a new video. This will show within the app itself. I'm going to show you how. This was one that I recorded about transferring files. And then you bring your students back and discuss that video. So I hope that you all use this app, try it out. One thing to go back to Schoology here to show you is once you have created your conference, we'll end it, and then it ends up in the completed conferences. It does take a little while for the recording to upload. So once it shows up, students can play it. The recordings are available for only 7 days, however. And then it will just disappear or you can delete it. So thank you all for joining me today.